Hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to The Done Creative. Are you guys ready for 2020? I know I am. I know a lot of us had a pretty rough 2019 and are ready for a new year, which feels like a brand new, fresh, clean slate. And not only is it going to be a new year, but it's going to be a new decade. I'm really excited to see what the 2020s bring us. I know the 1920s brought us the roaring 20s, but I want to see what you guys can expect for the very first year of the new decade, 2020. So just focus your energy, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths, and try to focus on piles number 1, 2, or 3. Or if you'd like to assign a different pile to a different area of life, say one pile for a relationship, one for career, etc. You may do it that way. It's your reading. You can do it whatever way you want. So I will go ahead and give you guys a moment to decide, and when you're finished deciding, go ahead and jump to the description box below for the timestamp for the pile you selected. And I will go ahead and give you a moment to decide. All right, group number 1, let's see what you can expect in the new year of 2020. Okay, I hope we can see that. We got a little bit of glare, and I'm trying to learn how to adjust this light so it doesn't leave a glare, but it just always does. So I do apologize for that. But that is not why you're here. You are here to figure out what you can expect for the year 2020, and to me, this looks amazing. We'll just go ahead and kind of start up here and work our way down. The first card we have here is Healing the Past. I step into my future with strength and clarity. For a lot of you, I think you've had a rough couple of years, if not just since you've been a child, there've been a lot of traumatic things that have happened to you, and a lot of sadness and a lot of just stuff that you just wish didn't happen. But it has happened to bring you to this place that you're at now, because without what you've been through, you won't be able to appreciate where you're going, which to me looks like a fabulous place and a fabulous time for you. So you're going to be working this year on healing past wounds, past traumas, past relationship issues, stuff like that. And that doesn't mean you're going to cut ties with everybody from your past or anything like that. It just means you're going to be healing things. And if there are relationships in your life or cycles in your life within relationships or just behavior patterns or belief systems, you're going to be healing them to make those belief systems, those relationships, work for you, for your highest good going forward in life. And then you have the business venture card. So it says trust and follow through on a new business idea or career opportunity. So 2020 looks to me for you guys like a year of growth where your career is concerned. Even if it's just the very beginning, the planting of that seed of growth, it's going to start this year. If you've already planted that seed, you're going to really start seeing some blossoms on that vine. You're going to start seeing some fruits of your labor paying off. And if this, again, is just something brand new that comes to you sometime during this year, it looks to me like you've got some really great support on this business venture. So don't think any idea you get is too outlandish or who am I to do this, who am I to do that. No, you guys got this. It's just remember to take it one step at a time, because if you think, okay, I want to start this business and I got to do all these things, you might overwhelm yourself and burn out before you even get started. So just make sure you're taking one step at a time, whatever this business venture or new career opportunity is for you. And then we have the Obsidian card, and this is a card all about grounding, shielding your good energy from other people's negative energy, and just allowing yourself to be in a state of being and not in a state of doing. And that kind of pairs back to not taking everything on all at once. I think you guys are going to have some really beautiful energy underneath you to really make change happen, but just make sure you're not burning your torch too brightly to the point where you burn it out too quickly. Make a steady flame that is going to carry you through 2020 into your dreams, because you guys, like I keep saying, there is a lot of really beautiful energy down here, and we're going to get into that. But you guys, just make sure you're spending time in nature. Make sure you're doing that self-care. Make sure you're allowing time to be alone and away from other people and their energy. Even if we love these people and their energy is good and everything, sometimes we can confuse other people's energy and emotions for our own, especially if you're empaths, which I do truly believe you guys are. You do need that time alone, that time in nature to really connect to your inner self and that inner voice. And then you have the massage cards. So I think for just one person watching this, I'm just getting this very clearly, you're going to be going after a career in healing or massage. And I do see greatly massage for you, or you're putting your hands on somebody to heal them. And for others of you, you would benefit from getting a massage or any kind of energy work or hands-on physical touch from other people can be very beneficial to you this year. And also you giving massage to other people can be very healing and therapeutic for other people. So either way that you want to take that, it's beneficial for you to get massage, because massage can not only, help those tired and sore muscles and stuff, it can also release trapped energy or stagnant energy within our body and release that so that we can flow forward and make things happen. And then you got the number 10 card, which is all about completion. 10s are the ending of something, so we can start on something new. And that pairs very well with that healing the past card. You guys, with this karmic completion, whatever it is from your past that you're dealing with, it was a karmic thing. And it doesn't mean that you did something wrong in this life or even past lives. It's just karma. It's not out to punish you. It's just, it is what it is. It's that wheel that just keeps on turning. And the things that you may feel that you're being punished for in this life may have been from past lifetimes or 50 lifetimes ago. You just never know what your soul signed on for this incarnation. And sometimes we decide that, okay, this life, I'm just going to have an easy go of it and things are going to be great. I don't think that's you guys. I think you guys bit off quite a bit and you're like, you know what? I'm going to do all these things to clear all this karma. And then perhaps your next life is just going to be this really easy, go with the flow kind of life. But I almost feel like for you guys, the rest of your life is going to be the best of your life, if that makes sense. It's like all this karmic stuff that's been weighing you down and been traumatizing you and just keeping you stuck or blocked from achieving your dreams. Back to this business venture card, maybe no matter how old you are, maybe you have been through a couple jobs and you just decided, maybe I'm not meant to be successful. Maybe I'm not meant to have all these great things and great people in my life. But that's absolutely not true for you guys. You guys, like I said, the rest of your life is going to be the best of your life. You're going to have these really strong connections with people and just be very happy in the things that you're doing. And I think for a lot of you, that's going to start in the year 2020. So if things have just been really, for lack of a better word, shitty, just take a deep breath and a sigh of relief, because I think for you guys, this year is just going to be that turning point, that pivot, where everything just starts to turn around for you and go in your favor. So take that deep breath with me now, you guys. I felt that. You guys, you've been through so much, and this is just going to be such a great year for you. And it's not to say that everything's going to be 100% easy, because if it's too easy, it's not worth doing sometimes. You got to put work into things that matter and that mean the most to you. So I think that really pairs with that healing from your past and this business venture or career opportunity you want to go after. Even if you're staying in the same job, it feels to me like you're just leveling up in some way, and it's just going to bring you so much more happiness in your life. And then here we have practice visualization. And I know this is a card all about visualization, but to me, she's, all her chakras are pretty much aligned and she's in the flow state, and everything she thinks is coming to her, that instant manifestation. And that can go both ways. So if you're really thinking all these negative things, you're really going to attract those negative things into your life. But that on the flip side, you're thinking beautiful things, you're dreaming about the life you want and the life you know you deserve. Those things you'll start pulling those things toward you. And meditation is a great way to practice visualization. Or even if you just put on some good music and let your mind wander and just daydream about the life that you want or the life you know you deserve. And then with the appreciate everything, I think this pairs really well with this practice visualization card. Make a vision board and appreciate what you already have in life. Take stock of your life. If you have a significant other in your life, or a really supportive parent, or really great children, whatever relationships you have and material things you have, or food on your table, just take time to really appreciate the fact that you are so blessed. And I was just thinking this when I was doing dishes earlier, and I don't know why I'm saying it now, but it feels very relevant to what I just said about this appreciate everything. I'm just sitting there washing dishes and I'm thinking, if we live back in the time of like medieval times, any one person that's living in a place that actually has the ability to watch this video, we're already living better than the kings did back in the day. Like, you are living a royal life. No matter how dire your circumstances seem and everything, we are all so blessed. And a lot of times we're so stuck in not realizing where we are and how far we've come, but we're just wanting that next big thing, that next big job, that next big, and we're not just allowing ourselves to enjoy what it is we already have and where we're already at. So make sure you do take time to stop and smell the roses, appreciate the beautiful life that you're building for yourself, because we have the look forward card and things are about to get amazing for you guys. You have this 41 here, which 4 plus 1 equals 5, and that is a card all about change. And for you guys, this is going to be very blessed change coming into your life. This is going to be stuff you've been dreaming about for years, and the timing maybe had just never been right. And I just see for one very specific person, you've been through all these hard relationships and you just feel like, I'll never find the one. Why do I have to be alone when everyone else seems to have their perfect match? And to me this year, that person that's thinking that, if that's you, you're going to find somebody this year, but that somebody first and foremost is going to be yourself. You're going to look within and discover what an amazing person you are and what gifts you have to give someone else and the world. And when you finally realize that and everything clicks for you, boom, that's when you're going to find the person that you have always dreamed of, that person you feel like completes you, even though I don't truly believe anyone can complete us but ourselves. But you're just going to have that companion that is just everything you've ever dreamed of. And then for others of you, like I said, the rest of your life is the best of your life. And you guys have a lot of good things to look forward to. But because this person, the path is very clear here, but it's a very narrow, kind of dangerous path because there's a huge drop off on this side. So to me, it's like, it's not going to be like, it turns the clock into 2020 and everything's just amazing. You're still going to have to work at healing past traumas and going after what you want. So it may be not the easiest start going into these dreams, but just keep taking one step at a time, and not overwhelming yourself with all the things that probably need to get done, or the things you need to do to get to that goal that you're going after. And just realize that you guys, you have this just one step at a time, and you will get there. It's not even an issue if you just keep in that mind space of one step at a time. And then you have the spiritual understanding card. And it says here, I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truth. So to me, this is saying that you guys, this year is going to be, like I was saying with that karmic completion and looking forward and all of this, this is a pivotal year for you guys. And it feels to me like your spiritual understanding and just your spirituality in general is just going to be kicked up to a notch or two that you're going to be more spiritual. I think what I'm trying to say is you're going to be more spiritual than you've ever dreamed of being. And you will look back at the end of 2020 and be like, I don't even remember the person I was in 2019, because you're going to be in such a better place spiritually, mentally, physically. And it all starts with just healing what is already in your past and then looking forward. It's funny because this is a very past, present, future reading, because you will be healing the past. You'll be appreciating everything that's in your present and realizing that your power lies in the present moment, The only time we're truly living in is the now. That's where your power lies. The past is over. The future has not yet been seen. Your power is in the now. And that's where everyone's true power lies, but we give it to the past. We give it to the future. If you just remember, the now is where your power is, you're good to go. But then you also have the future that you're looking forward to, and you're visualizing that future. And you're going to be, with this spiritual understanding card, I feel like you're going to be, if you don't know who your spirit guides are, or you don't feel that strong connection to the other side, this is going to be the year where that changes. And I just see someone doing a past life regression, whether you do that through a meditation on YouTube or you go to a hypnotherapist or something like that. I feel like you're getting in touch with your past to be able to heal it. And that for some of you may look like a past life that you need to heal because it's interfering in your life. And there are still lessons you're learning in this life from that life. And then here we have the Chantel card. And this is all about new romance. It says, new romance is imminent, either with a newcomer or through reignited passion in your existing relationship. Be open to giving and receiving love. And again, that's for that one that one person that just felt like they're not worthy of that great love of their life. It's coming. Like I said, it's coming for you. And then for the others of you, it's just this renewed sense of connectedness and closeness with everyone that you have a good relationship with, whether that's a spouse, a parent, a child, a friend, a sister, a brother. You're just going to feel the love. You're going to be giving love. You're going to be receiving love. It's just going to be a big love fest. But like I said, it may not be this quick boom. It's 2020. Everybody's just happy and in love. And it's going to be a process. So if things aren't looking up in your relationships right away, don't fret. It's moving in that direction. Remember, one step at a time. And then here we have the Damsel card. And the light attributes say, understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. And the shadow attributes, waiting for a knight to provide for you, seduction by romantic illusion. So this is a card all about that self-power, not giving your power away to others. And the best way, like I was saying over here, to do that is to stay in that present moment, stay in the now, know what is true for you. And don't be relying too heavily on other people, and don't let other people be relying too heavily on you. That goes both ways. I think it's about a 50-50 split. There are a lot of you that rely too heavily on other people to create your happiness in life, and then there are that other 50% of you that other people rely on you to create happiness in their lives, and that's not your job. And I think you have allowed that to happen, but what they say is what you allow will continue. So you need to be the one to put up those barriers or those walls to say, hey, you're asking for way too much here. And you don't have to be mean about it. You can just say, you're needing too much from me and I don't have that much to give to you. I can give you this much. However that resonates for you. It can be taken in many ways, just through your energy, through monetary support of people, give or take, either one side of the coin or the other, whatever resonates for you, because I'm seeing two very opposite paths for this group. So if you're relying too heavily on others, it's time to really kind of put on your big girl panties or big boy panties and realize that you're a lot more powerful than you realize, and you've been giving your power away to others. And this is the year that you're going to take your power back and start living your authentic life. And then for others of you that feel like everyone's just taking advantage of you, this is going to be the year that you put yourself first and that you're going to just say, no, 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 no. This is me. This is my year. Stop bothering me with all your problems. I got enough of my own that I'm dealing with, and you will be dealing with them and healing them and bringing you into this beautiful future. So yeah, I think that's all I'm seeing for you guys. And I really do hope this resonated. I do want to do a couple more in-depth 2020 readings, but this is just kind of an overall for the whole year of 2020. And I hope this resonated, and you'll have to let me know below what you're excited for in 2020 and what you thought. So as always, you guys, thanks again for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you back at the Den Creative. All right, bye. All right, group number 2, let's see what you can expect for the new decade, 2020. All right, you guys, I hope we can see that. We got a little bit of glare going on, but that's just almost unavoidable, I think. So we're just going to roll with it and get into your reading for the year 2020, what you can expect, and all of that good stuff. And I'm wanting to start in this corner and just kind of work my way down, over and then down. But something that's already really, really standing out to me is this stack here, these two right here. We have birthday. A significant birthday holds the answer to your question, and then celebrate you. So I feel like this year you're really going to be discovering who you are and putting yourself first, because I think for a lot of you, you haven't been putting yourself first. You've been putting others first. And I kind of was mentioning this a little bit at the tail end of group number 1. So if you are that person that selected groups 1 and 2, this could be talking about you and just be a really big theme for the next year. And then it's also funny too, we have a 6 here, and then 3 plus 3 equals 6 as well. So the number 6 may play a very significant role for you this year, and you may be seeing a lot of 6s or even 33s on the clock or on billboards, license plates, or you may be a life path 3 or a life path 6 or soul urge 6 or personality number 6, whatever resonates for you. But 6 is all about, in numerology, 6s are that motherly energy that just wants to nurture everybody, but there is that fine line that can be held where you're starting to encroach a little too much in others' lives, or you're also relying too much on other people's opinions rather than looking within and doing your own thing. But first, we'll just go ahead and start up in this corner. I just wanted to talk about that because it was really standing out to me, and I think it might be significant. We'll see where it goes from here, huh? Okay, so we have up here, manifesting dreams. My dreams are coming true. So around the time of your birthday, and it's funny, I didn't see this right away, but I'm seeing it now. Around the time of your birthday in 2020 is when you're really going to see really big, beautiful things happening for you. You're going to be in this manifesting zone, like things that you've been dreaming about for years. This is going to be that year that you can point back to and be like, yeah, the year 2020, that's when it all started. And I just got chills saying that. Like, I don't know, I don't think you can see that very well, but for you guys, this is going to be the year you point back to where you're like, yeah, that's the year this whole thing started, and it's something beautiful. And I think for some of you, that may be you're starting your family this year. If you're someone who's been struggling with fertility issues, I feel like this is the year you're going to get some good news about what's going on in your life where that's concerned, and actually maybe start your family this year. Or you're going to at least be getting answers in that area of life. If that doesn't pertain to you, this could just be something around your time of your birthday where you discover something about yourself that you didn't really know, but once you discover it, you're like, that makes so much sense. That's exactly right. That's who I am. That's what I'm here to do. And I think for a lot of you, it has to do with your life purpose. And we don't always just have one life purpose. We have a series of lots of little life purposes that kind of create bigger life purposes and so on and so forth. So this might be, it has something to do with you specifically. And especially because this is a little girl here and then this is a woman here, I think that mostly women probably pick this, but if you are a man and you did pick this, you're going to be tapping into that more feminine side of your energy. And we all have a masculine and feminine energy. Our souls don't have one gender. We are a balance of masculine and feminine energies. So you're going to be tapping into that more motherly energy if you're a man or a woman, but in a healthy way. You're not going to be using that to intrude in other people's lives or anything like that. You're just going to be tapping into that. So for some of you, that does look like becoming a parent or a grandparent, or if you're not at that age where you even want to think about children yet, or you just know you don't want children, that could just be your inner child that you are really getting back into connection with. And that takes us right into past life. So there's going to be this past life revelation. So whether you know some of your past lives or you don't believe in past lives, this just could be something from your childhood that was a hobby you had or something you enjoyed doing that you're going to get back in touch with. And for a lot of you guys, that's going to look like finding natural talents and gifts that you didn't even realize you had, or maybe you had them as a child and they went away. And I think for some of you that has to do with spirituality, seeing spirit, hearing spirit, communicating with spirit. And, you know, you got the 33 here, communication. I feel like there are at least 2 mediums that are watching this, whether you know you're a medium or not. A lot of people don't realize they are mediums until much later in life, but I think for a lot of you guys, as children, you had these weird, unexplainable things happen in your life, and maybe even some things that scared you, and you started blocking them out. But this is going to be the year that you are increasing your energy and allowing more open-mindedness where that stuff comes in. But if you are someone who's always been open to that, just know that specific message was for other people who weren't so open. But either way, whatever side of the coin you're on for that, you're going to be more in tune with that other side, or beyond the veil, whatever you want to call it. And your spirit guides and your angels and all of that, you're going to be very connected to them. And it's going to be through yourself, through your connection with your inner self and discovering who you are and what you're here to do, that is going to unlock that Pandora's box of the other side, or the spiritual realm, for you guys. And this is also going to be a year of reviewing where you've come from to see where it is that you want to go. So then we have, like I was saying, increased energy. So I think for a lot of you, I see someone who has like chronic fatigue syndrome or something like that, where even thinking about doing a task just exhausts you. But this year, it's like things are going to be different, and a switch is going to be flipped. And again, I feel like all these major things are kind of pivoting and hovering around your birthday. So whenever your birthday is this year, it's going to be a very transformational time where you're reviewing your past and looking to the future, and your energy is going to be increasing both physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, all of the above. You're just going to be more open to new ideas and to new beliefs. Like maybe even for some of you, beliefs you've had for a long time are going to be, I won't say threatened, but they're going to be challenged, and you're going to realize, maybe I was a little closed-minded in this thing, and maybe the world is even bigger than I thought. And that even goes for those of you that are very spiritual and consider yourself very open-minded. It's like it's just gonna expand even more for you guys. It's going to be a very beautiful time of understanding and open-mindedness for all of you guys. And then with communication, this is going to be a year where you are communicating more with the people you love, with strangers, with people on social media. And I think for a good number of you, I do feel like you guys have your own YouTube channel or some sort of online platform where you are communicating with people, whether that's your own opinion or something like this where you're doing pick-a-cards and giving other people spiritual information, whatever that. Oh, and then I just saw someone like writing a book or a blog, something like that. But your message is going to be the exact thing that somebody needs to hear. And again, going back to your birthday, around the time of your birthday, those people are going to be coming forward to you and be like, when you said this thing, or when you wrote this book, or when you did this video about this one thing, like that really changed my life and it really touched me. And then that's going to make you realize that you are such a powerful force in other people's lives, that you deserve the platform you have. And I feel like for a lot of you, your online presence is going to increase. And not just like your time on an online platform is going to increase. I don't mean it like that. I just mean that the back and forth communication between you and others is going to be increased. And again, with that increase in energy, whatever message it is that you're putting out this year, it's getting out there to more people, and more people are hearing what you have to say or reading what you've written. And that's a very beautiful thing. And then also for your communication with people you love, your relationships, it's just going to be very important this year for you to communicate. So if you've gone the last couple years or a while or just always have been kind of closed off with your communication, this is going to be the year you really open up to people and tell them how much they mean to you, what they do and how you feel, and just, back and forth with maybe you've been in a relationship where the communication has not been great. This is going to be the year where you guys turn that around, and it's just going to be like a big communication fest where everybody's communicating everything and everyone feels like they're heard and they're listened to. and that their voices, just like your voice is being heard. You feel, especially for you, your voice is going to be heard this year. And I think for so many of you, you felt like a lot of your life, you have great ideas, you have things to say, but no one's just really willing to listen, or it kind of falls on deaf ears, or like you're preaching to the choir with your two close friends that they get it, but no one else does. But this is going to be the year that what you have to say, other people are like, yeah, he or she knows what they're talking about. That's awesome. And you're going to help other people with their own lives. If you're just sharing like really nice quotes or beautiful sayings online, even still, that is going to help somebody in a positive way. But if you're creating content on YouTube or Instagram and you're trying to build a following to promote something like a business, or like I was saying earlier, a book you're writing, this is going to be the year you can do that. You have the energy and the support of the universe, of God, of whoever, to make that thing happen for yourself. And then here we have reclaim your power. So that kind of goes back with that communication and some of this past life stuff where you have maybe just relied too heavily on the opinions of others, or let other people dictate how your life is run. Maybe you just didn't speak up about even something as simple as what restaurant you wanted to eat at. Like if you and a group of friends were going to go somewhere, you always go to this one friend's favorite restaurant, or something even as simple or as small as that. This is going to be the year that you're like, and it's not going to be in an overbearing sort of way. It's just going to be people are way more willing or open to hearing what you have to say. And in effect, it's going to be much easier for you to claim that power that's already yours. Reclaim your own power. And then going back with that Celebrate You card, this is going to be a year I feel like you guys are such giving people, and you have this really glowing heart chakra. Like you guys are very open, maybe not with your communication always, again, though this year it's going to change, but you're always there to lend a hand to a friend or an ear to somebody who's going through a hard time. You're always that person that's putting yourself out there for others, but this year, this is you that's going to be getting that help and that support from other people. And it's going to start with yourself. When you reclaim that power within you and you realize what a strong, beautiful soul you are, and that you have just as much right to be here as anybody else, from presidents to celebrities to the popular kids in high school, it doesn't matter. You have just as much right to be here as those people do, and you have just as much to say as they do. And I think you guys have a beautiful message that you need to be delivering to people this year, and you're going to be doing it, because here you have the Spread Your Wings card. It says, do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect. You are ready to soar. So for those of you who felt like, maybe you've started a business back in the past and it just didn't work out, or it never took off, or you started going to college and then you dropped out because things, money was tight, or you just had to, for other reasons, drop out. Or maybe it was just too hard to finish because you just weren't ready for college, and that's just an example. That can be anything, whether that's a relationship, a job, going to school, whatever that is. The timing is right. So whatever dreams are in your heart, bring those, dig those out, unearth those dreams, because this is the year where, like I said, it's going to be that year you can point back to and say, that's the year everything changed for me. Your dreams are ready. I'm getting major crown chakra tingles, you guys. This is not a joke. This is big energy, increased energy. This is big stuff. I am just swimming in goosebumps, you guys. Take those dreams you have long buried and bring them back to the surface. They deserve your time and attention, and especially now, because the timing is perfect. You are ready to make these dreams a reality in your life. And then you also have the Serena card. I am the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. Have faith. So if you guys have always dreamed about whatever it is, it's usually money that is standing in the way. I don't have enough money to do X. I don't have enough money to do Y. Well, this is going to be the year that money is just, you don't have to worry about how it's coming. Just know that it's coming. Reclaim your power and realize you deserve just as much as anybody else. Your dreams are ready. They're ripe for the picking. Look at this basket of just fruits just ready to be taken, and they're there for the taking, and all you guys have to do is be ready to put in the work and the effort and spread your wings, and you can have the life you want. And then you have the student card, and it says the light attributes are humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. The shadow attributes are arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. This is that card, just like at the end of group number 1, where you guys kind of take two distinct paths. Either you're this person who's a student of life and you're very devoted to learning things and you're very open-minded and ready to learn, and you're that person who's just, you want to know everything, but not in that way where you're like, oh, I know this is this, and everyone calls you a know-it-all. Not like that. You want to know everything and about as many subjects as you can. But the dark path of that is thinking you know too much, or you seek out destructive knowledge that can hurt people, and unwillingness to translate that knowledge into action. So say you're learning all about something and you just binge reading or binge watching about how to do something, and then you never do anything with that information. So it doesn't have to be like a dark thing where you're using information against people or anything like that, but it just can be you're somebody who loves the learning and the knowledge, but you never put that learning or knowledge into action. So those are kind of the two paths I'm seeing. So whichever one of those resonates for you, that's the one. But with the light attribute, I'm just saying keep that open-mindedness and keep learning, because there are things you're going to be learning this year that are going to carry you into the rest of 2020, 2021, 22, on and on and on. And it's just going to be this lifelong path of learning new things and just being a student of life. And then for those others of you that learn all this knowledge, but you never put it into practice, I think this is going to be the year where you're starting to do that. You're taking the things you've learned and starting to put them into practice in your life so that you can actually see results of the things you're learning and put them in action and get things going in your life to where you're manifesting your dreams, because this is the year. This is that pivot point, you guys. So yeah, I think that's all I'm seeing for you guys, but this is powerful stuff. If you're willing to look in, review your life, put in the work that's going to be needed, because this isn't just going to happen for you. It's going to happen because you're willing to put in that energy and effort, because you'll have that increased energy to carry you through. You're going to be reclaiming your power, celebrating who you are, and then whenever it is that your birthday is this year, that's when things are really going to come alive for you, and you're just going to feel like you're on top of the world. I say don't waste this year, you guys. You guys have this major advantage with these abundance cards and dreams coming true and manifestation and reclaiming your power and the increase in energy. You guys, this is beautiful, beautiful stuff. And if you're willing to put in the energy and effort, you can really come out into 2021 looking back on this year and being like, wow, I did that. Whatever that thing is for you. So absolutely beautiful energy, you guys. You'll have to let me know below what all you have planned for 2020 and if this resonated. And as always, you guys, thanks again for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you back at the Den Creative. All right, bye. All right, group number 3, let's see what you can expect for the year of 2020. All right, I think we can see all that. That glare is just going to be there, so we'll just roll with it. I'll read you what it says so you won't lose any of that information. Okay, so we are just going to go ahead and start right up here. But before I get started, I can already tell kind of the theme of this year for you guys. It's just very obvious to me that your health and your wellness are going to be some of your top priorities this year. And we'll get into that more when we run along, but we're just going to start up here and work our way through. Okay, so we have this Soaring into Joy card, and it says here, childlike wonder fills my life. So I almost feel like you guys are going to be getting in touch with that inner child. And then here you have another child, this daughter card here, where she's just very happy. She's very happy. You're going to be tapping into that sense of joy. Maybe the past couple years you guys have been working so hard and not allowing yourself time to just relax and breathe and read a good book in a bathtub with candles and crystals. Like, you guys haven't allowed yourself that breather. And I think for a lot of you, it's infiltrating every area of your life to where your health isn't the best. Your nutrition is off where you would like it to be. Maybe you've been having conflicts with people that are in your life that you just struggle even to have a decent conversation with somebody without them snapping at you or you snapping at them at times. And then talking to God, like you guys maybe just haven't had time to meditate or just devote to any kind of spiritual practice. And if this doesn't resonate, it could just be that you are just tired. You're just tired and everything just feels like a chore. And I'm feeling like this is the year things are changing. And every single pile so far of all three of you piles, this is a year, like this is going to be a year you can point back to and say, that's the year everything changed for me. And that was a big theme of group number 2, but I'm seeing that as well as with you guys. You guys are going to be feeling like this is a fresh start, a new beginning, a way, you've maybe been living a life that isn't authentically you. Maybe parts of it are you, but your whole life almost feels like it's happening to you and not for you at times. And this is going to be the year you take charge, you take control back of your life, and that all starts with that inner peace and that joy and just feeling like you can be very in touch with who you are and what you want in life. That sense of purpose. That's the word I've been looking for to try to describe this. That sense of purpose, that fire within you is going to be burning bright this year. And it's going to be beautiful because it's going to give you the energy and the action steps you need to take to make things happen in your life that you maybe just feel are too hard or just haven't been happening for you. This is going to be the year things are taking a turn for the better. So then here we have the daughter card. It says this answer to your question involves your daughter. So for some of you, your happiness in life and that joy, that soaring into joy, it's going to be really closely tied into a relationship with your daughter, whether your daughter's 40 or your daughter's 10 years old or 4 years old, or you don't have a daughter yet. I think for some of you, this will be the year you are having a daughter this year. You're getting pregnant and having a baby girl for some of you, not all of you. So if you're 14 and watching this, don't worry. That message is definitely probably not for you, but if you are expecting or wanting to start a family or just to add additions to your family, even if it's a puppy, a daughter, a fur baby, there's a daughter energy is going to be very prevalent in your life. And that could be for some of you that you are that daughter energy and you're going to be playing a significant role for your mother or father. And I feel mostly mother energy for you. Maybe you've had a really tough relationship with your mother, and this is going to be the year where you are healing that. Or you've had a tough relationship with your daughter, one of your daughters. I'm seeing someone who has 2 daughters. One of the daughters you've had a tough relationship with, and this is going to be the year that you blossom that relationship and you grow closer to her. And then for those of you who don't have kids, don't want kids, just nothing with kids, this can just be if you are a daughter, if you are a woman, you are getting in touch with that inner self, that past you that was a daughter that felt traumatized by your childhood, and you are healing that for yourself and finding that inner child so you can soar into joy for this year of 2020 and really discover who you are and what you want to do in life. And if you are none of the above and you are a man watching this who doesn't have kids, doesn't want kids, all that could just be tapping into that feminine energy. Like I was saying, I believe in group number 2, our souls are composed of feminine and masculine energy. That's what we are composed of. So maybe you're getting more in touch with that creative side of yourself, and that could go for all of you. You're getting more in touch with that carefree, creative side of yourself, that laughter, that love that young daughter would bring to the table. So whatever resonates, take that. And then here, I'm just going to talk about these 2 together because to me they're very, very tied together. We have food, which is nourishment, relationships, and health. And then it says diet is important here. We are seeing all these fruits and vegetables. And to me, this is saying, and I'm not trying to call anyone out or beat anyone up, but I think you already know this about yourself. You're maybe not eating the way you should have been the past however long. You know how long it's been. I'm not going to call anyone out. We've all done it. We all do it. But this is going to be the year you guys are really focused on getting healthy, getting well. That's not just in your physical, feeding, eating in your physical body, but that could be relationships you're healing. And nourishment can also be the things you watch on TV. Maybe you've been watching a lot of gory stuff and it's just not good for your vibration. And maybe you love watching that kind of stuff, but it really brings you down. And this is going to be the year where you really take stock in your life and realize these things aren't good for me, these things are good for me. And you're going to be more apt to choose the things that are good for you. And that's just going to really improve your life, like so much. Even just getting rid of old clutter and old things that aren't you anymore, old clothing that doesn't fit. Maybe you're saving it for, what if I gain those pounds back? Or what if I lose those pounds? I'd say go ahead and keep the jeans if they're a couple sizes below where you want it, you're in a size and the jeans that you want to keep are a couple sizes below because you're working toward that. Go ahead and keep something like that. But the jeans that you're outgrowing, get rid of them, because you keeping those big jeans is just telling the universe or God, the angels, yourself, your own subconscious that, hey, I'm saving these just in case I gain weight again. So just get rid of what isn't your ideal. If those smaller jeans are your ideal, keep those smaller jeans. If the jeans you've outgrown aren't your ideal, get rid of them. And that could be relationships you've outgrown, people who mooch off of you or just are energy vampires to you. I mean, if the food and health thing isn't ringing for you, it could be more what you're consuming via online content. Maybe you have been spending too much time online, or you're just not as connected to your relationships in real life as you'd want. And this is just the year you're going to really turn it around and make the healthiest choices for yourself. So that doesn't have to look like changing your diet and exercising and all that for everybody, but it can. But I feel like a lot of you, I just see somebody who's been thinking about going vegetarian or vegan, and I'm going to say that's probably, with what we have here, that's probably a very good option for you. It says diet is important here. So whatever it just feels like your year is going to be revolving. It's just going to be a major theme in your life, losing weight or getting healthy. And again, if you're not trying to lose weight or get healthy physically, this just could be healing past traumas you've been through and just finding more joy in your life. So I think I've touched on most of what I wanted to for that, but I might have something else that's just not quite come to the surface yet that might occur to me. So I might come back to that, but oh, and I just saw somebody like practicing or like doing a test or a course for some sort of like wellness coach or health coach, personal trainer, nutritionist, something like that, where you're studying to become somebody who can inspire others in eating healthier or exercising, something like that. Then we also have the one, which is that New Beginnings, and it says New Beginnings here. Not sure if you can read that up there. I think you can. But yes, New Beginnings. This is going to be, like I was saying in group number 2, just that pivot year for you guys. Very pivotal year in your life where, man, I think it was group number 1. The rest of your life is the best of your life was kind of their theme. And I feel like you guys this year, you're going to kind of have this epiphany or this kind of aha moment where you realize something about your behavior patterns or just habits that you can change. Excuse me. And it feels like, because I'm having trouble with my throat here all of a sudden, I feel like for some of you it is communication or speaking your truth. That seems, yes, speaking your truth has been hard for you guys maybe in the past, but this is a year, once you discover and tap into that joyful part of yourself, speaking your truth is going to be huge. But for many of you with this New Beginnings card, you may be moving a state away, you may be buying a new house, selling a house, fixing up a house, just making all the new things come to life, new jobs, new relationships, new friends, just new good things in your life. And I just saw someone buying a brand new comforter for their bed. So I don't know if you're getting a comforter for Christmas or somebody getting a comforter for their bed in the early part of 2020, but something like, even a small thing like that can really brighten your day, brighten your life up. So something that you know is old in your life, even I just saw someone needing to replace their kitchen table. If there's something in your life that you know needs replacing, this would be a good year to do it. Okay, so we also have be mindful of conflict. And I think this is kind of going back to that throat issue that I was having. I feel like this is a communication deal between you and someone who's just been bothering you on social media, or you and a close relationship, close friend, close family member, significant other, where there's been a lot of conflict. And I don't even feel like it's like major conflict, like fist fights or anything like that. I just feel like it's like nagging and kind of almost repetitive cycles that you guys can't break out of. I feel like one person's giving more than the other person, but the other person that's receiving isn't willing to give. Something like that. But it's funny because I like to kind of look at the pictures as well, and this top goes with this bottom, this top goes with this bottom. So it's like, it almost feels like these people, they want the same thing and they have the same goal as the other person, but they're just not seeing it from that person's perspective, and that person's not seeing it from their perspective. And it's like, hey, we're on the same team here, guys. We're on the same team. Let's all get on the same page. So it feels something, and I say same page, and I have like ripped up music note page here, and then like some Chinese writing, it looks like. So it's like all the information isn't available for everyone to realize, hey, we want the same thing. Let's work together to create that same thing. So however that's looking like for you, whatever resonates. And I feel like for many of you, this is a significant other or a very close relationship in your life that's just been a little catty or a little off, or you just haven't been listening to each other or seeing eye to eye on something. And I just saw for someone that could also be their parent or their child. Okay, then we have talk to God, and I should mention we have an 11 here and a 1. So the number 1 or 11 or 1111 or 111, that's just going to be a really big thing for you this year. You may see that on the clock or on license plates, and just realize that is a synchronicity. And 11s, like 1111, that's all about awakening and realizing your purpose. So I think this goes back to your purpose, and your purpose also involves being as healthy as you can so that you can work on healthy relationships with others, both mind, body, spirit. And talking to God, I think a lot of you have kind of fallen off. If you've been on a spiritual path, maybe you've kind of fallen off the wagon and just been really involved in life and the 3D realm and everything going on in the news or online, or just, again, kind of conflicts with your friends or family that maybe you're not involved in, but you're seeing them go through things, and it's just kind of taking over your thinking a little bit and your mind is running away with you. But this is going to be that year where you kind of come back into communion with God, come into communion with your inner self. And again, through joy, just rediscovering what it is that brings you joy is going to be that key that unlocks your life for you and just makes your life so much more beautiful than you ever could have imagined. And then here we have the beloved one. It says, I'm helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. And I don't like to always just say this is a romantic card, although for many of you I think it is, and just resolving conflict with that other half or your significant other. And I think the way you would go about that is through a more spiritual connected relationship with that person, a more sacred partnership rather than a physical or emotional, mental, whatever relationship. It's more of a spiritual connection. And I think you can look up things on Tantra or sacred partnerships here on YouTube or on Google and find out more information about that if you're looking for more information on a significant other. But I think because we don't just have one soulmate, we have many soulmates. Your mom can be a soulmate, your brother, your sister, your dog, there can be a close friend that just feels like your best family member ever. It doesn't have to be always a significant other that's a soulmate. So whoever feels like a soulmate for you, that maybe you guys just haven't been seeing eye to eye, this is going to be the year you really reignite that connection and you're back on that same page. The petty conflicts maybe you've had in the past, or maybe you just have gone years and years without really putting that effort into that relationship. Maybe they live across the state or the world and you just don't get to spend time with them much. You're going to find ways to still spend time with them, even if that's through FaceTime or Skype or something like that. or even if you are in the same town, maybe your schedules just don't line up, you're going to make this relationship or friendship or whatever it is a priority to make sure you're getting that connection. And then here we have the Ray card, which is about yoga and exercise are essential to your well-being, peace of mind, and spiritual growth right now. And I think that pairs really well with these. Diet is important and the nutrition. So for some of you, that's going to look like a full-on transformation in your eating habits, your exercise habits, and your lifestyle habits. So maybe if you work an office job or you're sitting a lot, you're going to make it and make that effort to get out and do yoga or exercise. And I see someone walking. Even if you don't want to run or do that real heavy exercise, even something as simple as a 30-minute walk can really benefit you in the long run if you lead a more sedentary lifestyle. So don't underestimate the power of a good walk. But if you want to do yoga or any kind of cardio or exercise or running, any of it is good because you want to keep that energy flowing through your body. And the more sedentary lifestyle that we kind of have, especially here in the western part of the world, everybody works the office job and then they come home and do the Netflix binge, and it's like there's just not enough activity. So I just saw someone playing like tennis or something with their kids, or some sort of sport with their kids or their close friends, join some sort of group sports thing. I'm not sure if like the YMCA would have something like that. I know they do for kids, but I'm not sure about adults. But some sort of group or league where you can, get together and be on teams with people and get some physical activity in your life. Something like that would be very beneficial. And the energy is here for you this year to do that, and it will really benefit your overall health and well-being. So look into that. Good stuff. And then for the last card here, we have the Exorcist. And the light attribute of this card is freeing yourself and other people of destructive impulses. And then the shadow attribute is fear of facing your own demons. So this can kind of go two ways, and this was the last card for both the other two groups as well. Not the Exorcist card, but the archetype card, where there's kind of two distinct paths you could take. So you are either freeing yourself from the destructive habits in your life or things that you do either yourself or you allow other people to do to you, or you have, on the other path, the fear of facing those demons and the fear of speaking your truth and telling these other people, hey, you can't treat me like that anymore. Whatever path you're on, to me it feels like this year both paths are going to converge. You're both going to take your power back. You're going to be very mindful of conflicts, and I think that goes really well with this, because if you see someone make a weird post online and you just want to comment like, what are you thinking? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. This is going to be the year, instead of saying that thing, you're just going to refrain and just be like, this isn't worth my effort or time. This person wants to think that, just, more power to them, and you're just going to kind of move on. Or even if someone has a snarky comment to you, in person or something, you can just kind of let it roll off your back, whereas before maybe you would really take it to heart, one path, or the other path, you'd kind of shoot your mouth off and be like, yeah, well, guess what you are? You're a Either way, whichever camp you fall into, this year you're going to be more in charge of just allowing that to happen to you or to come from you to hurt somebody else. And I feel like a lot of you are going to be kind of facing those inner demons. So whatever little skeletons you have buried in your closet, you're going to heal those. And you're going to bring them to light to be healed, because you can't carry all that and be in joy in your heart. So it feels to me like you're going to be dealing with all this extra stuff that's happened that you've maybe tamped down into yourself somewhere buried in there. You're going to bring it to the surface so you can lead a beautiful life full of purpose and new beginnings and understanding and health and wellness and really good relationships and a really nice spiritual connection. So yeah, this was really beautiful, you guys. You'll have to let me know below what you guys have planned for this year and if this resonated at all. And thanks, as always, you guys, for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you back at the Den Creative. All right, bye.